Initialize age.
What's up guys, I'm the Newgen Gamer and today we will be installing a GUI into our Ubuntu server. So for that, let's connect to PuTTY and just start what we need to do. First, open up PuTTY and login. So now login as my I need to tell that we need to log in as root. Of course we need to log in as root because we will be installing something which is very important, and then type your password. It won't be visible as it's not necessary. Login. Okay, so first of all, before installing a GUI, we need to update the system. For that, type sudo pt get update. So making the updating the system is really important, because without doing that you will get a lot and lots of error. And yes, okay, so now the systems have been updated. We now I think should reboot the system. So if we do not reboot, the system will just overload because the system had already been through something which really needs some power. Okay, so here's type reboot. Okay, click close. Let's reopen. Sorry. 465.146. Connect. Let's again bring this to the middle. Type console cm and R, and the password is, I won't tell you that. So now as I have logged in, we now can install a GUI. So before we start installing GUI, I want to tell you something. Like today we will be installing like LXD, like apt get install LXDE core. But if you want a more good looking than a lightweight, because LXDE is very lightweight, it's just 186 MB, and if you have a very small or alpha server, then LXDE code is the best. But if you have a powerful server like with 2 GB RAM or something, you can type kubuntu, or you can type Ubuntu. So just I'll give the command in the description, you can see from there. But now we're going to install LXDE code because that's the most lightweight and won't stretch the video. So install LXDE core, 186 MB. Yes, type Y and enter. So the internet's pretty fast and it will start downloading. I'm getting around 3 MB per second on my server, and 80, 82, 86, 90, 100. So it's now installing the GUI. So installing the GUI might take some time, but won't take long, because as you can see, the package was small, 186 MB. And yes, if you install Kubuntu or Lubuntu, they're going to be like 2 GB or something, and will take up to 1 to 2 hours to install based upon your system's or server's performance. But as we are installing LXDE core, it won't be a problem. So let's just wait for to install. Won't take long because the is this package is really small, as I told you. So what I like about LXD code is that it gives me more stable, and if you want to run traffic exchanges on your server like everybody do, you might want to install LXG core so that you have the maximum RAM available to your traffic exchange. And yes, the storage must be there because I have only 10 GB storage on my server. I have 512 MB RAM and 10 GB storage, one CPU core maybe. This is a very cheap server because I don't need servers. My system is always 24/7 online and I host my website myself. And yes, this is taking some time but won't take long. So if you want, and yes, I forgot to tell one thing, that if you want a better, the most good looking, like you want to show off your server to others, you might install Ubuntu desktop. That's the best, I mean the best looking, but it consumes a lots of RAM, like 2 GB of RAM or at least 1 GB, and takes up 4 GB of, maybe 4 GB, 2 to 4 GB space according to your system. But installing an Ubuntu desktop is nothing, just it makes your system look good but will seriously affect the performance of the server. So it's I don't recommend installing it if until you have a very powerful server like 4 GB of RAM and all that. But yes, you can do that. So I think we are halfway there. It's still installing. And I want to tell you just as a general thing, but that while I'm not at home or I'm not using my system or PC, laptop or anything, I just use Juice SSH. That's the best application available on Android. I don't know about the iOS, but I use Juice SSH because it's really good, because helps me type all that command. And yes, I want to tell you that you can access this only on a Windows PC. I don't know what's the problem. Until the last update of the Android, the remote desktop connection, it's not supporting Linux or XRDP, and so I don't know what's happening. But as on a Windows device, on a PC, I'm using Windows 10 and my RDP is working okay with that, so won't be a problem if you're using a Windows PC. But you need to find any other another RDP host which can connect to your server. So I think it's almost done. Won't take long, I think that, but yeah, it's taking really long. I previously installed on a really powerful system. I have a 2 GB RAM. I installed Ubuntu, which looked really good. I mean, the interface was really good. The LXD core has good icons, but it's very minimal. Like, you can't expect too much, but it can run almost every app. Like I run sometimes traffic exchange, from which I send traffics to some of my friends' website, which requires some attention. But um, I seriously don't like Ubuntu and Ubuntu Server because they are very heavy and most of the servers can't just you know use them. Or I personally use Windows, but I like Ubuntu and other Linux because they are really easy to use. I host my website on a Linux window or Linux system from my PC, which is almost it doesn't use too much of electricity, and I can take out the cost of these servers. So currently it's unpacking LXD icon theme, which is really a good theme. It looks good. I'm trying to keep you guys entertained as this is a long process, and I don't want to you know pause my videos in between. And yes, really, it's unpacking LXD icon theme. So I think we are 90% there. You can just skip further if you want, but I won't pause my videos. I don't like skipping or cutting the videos in between. It's almost done, I think. So we need today, after this installed, we will install XRDP, from which we'll connect through RDP and Firefox, because LXD core doesn't have Firefox, and Firefox, and yes, maybe Chromium. I think it's almost installed. please don't take too much time, please. Shared my min4. Okay, so it's installing this. I think it's completed now, because I get a feeling like that, but can't say something. I think it's done almost, because I remember this thing. Okay, so now it's just complete after I don't know how many minutes, but it took a long time. So now we need to do is reboot the system again, because we don't want the system to overload during the installation. So we'll relaunch. Sorry, I don't know what the heck this comes. Login as So now we have logged in, and now we need to install the RDP, from which we will connect through the RDP here, as you can see, this remote desktop connection. Keep it aside, let's just keep it aside for a minute, and let's install XRDP. So for that, type sudo apt-get install XRDP 38 MB. Yes. So I don't know what had just happened, but the internet's really slow, but what we can do, just wait. 150 KB per second, shit man, used to come 2 MB per second or 3 MB per second. Okay, so now it just downloaded and is just installing. Won't take long. This will take maximum 1 minute because it's a small app. And yes, let's see. And I forgot to tell you that we need to create a new user, as we can't log in as root. I don't know why, but I never managed to log in as root into XRDP. So for that we need to add a user. Won't take long, I think. Unpacking XRDP, come on man. Just install. Why so slow? Okay, so now it's installed, and what we need to do now is add a new user. For that, type sudo superuser add user, name of the user like the new gen gamer. Yeah, you know who the new gen gamer is? Yes. Type a password like, I won't tell it to you. Full name, yeah, of course. I'm going to tell you the name. The new gen gamer. Room number 00, work phone 000, enter 1 2 3 4 5. Other, yeah, of course I will type something else. So now is this information correct? Yes, it's correct. Hell yes. So I don't know what's happening. It's slow, so slow. So for now we have connected to RDP. XRDP has been installed, and we have made a new user. So for now we need to connect to our remote desktop connection. We need to use the command host name capital I. So that I has to be capital, and you will get two IPs with one space between them. So here's the space. So 127.0.0.2 is the local IP, and 103.250.83.163. So this IP is different from which I was provided, but it's almost same. So just copy this one into your remote desktop connection and click connect. So if you're doing it for the first time, it will take some time, around 5 minutes, but it will work like here. So we will put the username which we created during the add user thing, that is the new gen gamer, and the password will be, I won't tell you that. Okay, so connection log, error, problem connecting. I know what that is, but okay, let's type the new gen gamer password. Okay, so I typed the password wrong, and here we go. Yes, it's working. You can see the LXGE here, lightweight X11 desktop environment, and so as you can see, we are successful in installing the LXDE. So now I want to show you that it doesn't have any browser. If you click here, nothing will happen because it doesn't have any browser. But for that we need to go to system, and sorry, not here. We can now close this, get back to this and type sudo apt get install Firefox. It's 110 MB, so we'll let it install and it will be ready for use after installing. So thanks for watching guys, and please like this video if I helped you in installing, and you might want to subscribe to my channel. It's really great. I will keep you updated with some really good tricks we should all know. And you know, the Firefox, after installing Firefox, so now we have installed Firefox now, and let's see. So again, thanks for watching guys, and I am the New Gen Gamer, and you are watching how to install and connect to a GUI. If you have any problem connecting to your server or installing the LXG core and other thing, you can just comment below and I'll fix all your problems. Just or you can email me, it's in the description. And yes, we have now almost installed and we've done everything. Let's make a list, make a summary. We installed LXG core, made a new user, installed XRDP, installed Firefox. So let's see what happens. After you run this command, you will see an option added here, Internet and Firefox web browser, and Firefox will open. Sorry, I opened two, but yes, it's working. Now you can do whatever you want. So thanks for watching guys, and bam, thanks for watching.